Hello everyone, it's Les from VR here again, and today we'll be doing a comparison between all the headsets that we have available, which is the Valve Index, HTC Vive, and Windows Mixed Reality HP headset and the controllers. In Valve, the controls with Index is what the default what Valve would recommend. Allow you to grab objects with your hands in very natural way by a grabbing motion. Now the original Vive controllers like those, they do not have sensors that will allow each finger to be tracked, which means their controls will be done differently. So what we've done today, it's slightly different than the video of the gameplay of the game, where you will see me and the game itself. We enabled another camera inside the headset, so you can see my hands as I operate the controllers. And we'll go into the Chapter 6 arms race. On the beginning there is a fabricator, and with that fabricator it will allow us to test a mini game, how that operates with different controllers. And it will also allow us to try different gun modes, like for example how to activate burst on a pistol, how to change ammo when you have additional ammo slots, and how to enable grenade launcher on a shotgun, because those will be the motions that will be slightly different in different controllers. So we would like to look at them and see how they differ between those. It's also a really good chapter to start someone off if you just want to show them basic components of the game, like a fabricator, a little bit of a shooting action, without scaring them to death by going through really dark dungeons, which can be a bit intense. If you want to put someone on for a quick game, you don't want them totally petrified by going through like a dark zombie area. So without talking any further, I'm gonna jump into game and I will show you what it looks like. So this is my this is what we start with. This is the default loadout if we just go to arm race. It's a start new game, but the chapter is called arm race, and straight away we have slightly different way of moving around. So if we look at our controllers, you can see that to teleport we no longer use the little knob like on the Index. We would use the trackpad. We can point at places, and we can also move it around like this with the trackpad itself, which is brilliant. So you can still do that adjustment. That still works. The locomotion remains very much the same as with Index. It's just we use trackpad instead of a little knob that we have on those controllers. Now, how do we change the guns? Now this got me stuck in the beginning because I've been just trying to press the trackpad and then nothing happened. Now you need to press the top of the trackpad on a Vive controller, and this will open a menu on which you move your hand as opposed to move your trackpad. So we can just get a free hand here, and then we can see how we can attract objects with our Russell anti-gravity gloves. So there is a bottle in there. You can see it's already highlighted. So we just press the trigger and grab it, and you grab it with a trigger, so you don't need to use the rest of your hand. The rest of your hand can remain as it is. And then to release the bottle, you just release the trigger. Now you need to be careful. If you give it to someone who never played VR before, you need to make sure that those are actually on your hands, because people will be throwing them away together with the controller. Not ideal. This one cannot be, it's too heavy, but we can get the ashtray, and we can also move it from hand to hand just like this. That works fine. Okay, so how does it go with the fabricator? We need to get a multi-tool, and straight into that we are able to try a mini game and see how the mini games operate with different controllers. Now this is not one of my favorite mini games. It can be a bit frustrating. You need to get the ball of light with those laser lights connected through the nodes, which is what we're trying to achieve in here. And that's done.
Almost got it.
And then there is another part of it, which is just like a mirroring. And again, we're just grabbing things with the trigger, moving that ball around, and that's sorted. So now we have access to our fabricator, and we can try different guns. Now, because we started a new gameplay, like we can go directly to a chapter, We have 85 resin, which is brilliant. It gives us the flexibility of doing what we want, and this is what we just want to show you. And we have all three guns that are in full game. So we have our pistol, our shotgun, and our SMG. So what I want to try first is how the burst mode on the gun would work. So we would highlight the burst mode and then grab our resin from the backpack and draw it here. We need to be careful. Sometimes the resin gets stuck in a fabricator. I think that's how things are in a real world fabricator. Sometimes your resin gets stuck, or maybe not resin, more like PLA or ABS. But there you go. Your gun is now upgraded, and it tells you press button twice. So that's the menu button in your Vive controller. If you press it twice, you can see there's three red dots and one, and that will enable how you shoot it, either in burst mode or a single bullet mode. Now what we want to look at is also how we're gonna deal with a grenade launcher in here, because that could be slightly different. So we would choose grenade launcher and waste 40 resin on that. And the fabricator does its job. Trouble I have, I don't have any grenades. There is one grenade though, however, on the gun, which is brilliant.
Oh, that should come in handy.
So we need to probably press the trigger, and this is just like this in this motion. Now to remove grenade, you just grab it, boom, attach it again, trigger, and forward motion. So this is very much like with the index controller. Didn't really change in here. We can also grab the grenade, put it on our wrist. That will work as well. The shooting is just shooting. You just shoot. Now to open the gun, you press the menu button on the top, and then you can feed it bullets from the top. Close it, and this is the strange way Alyx does it. The game is trying to frustrate you on occasions. It will basically try to force you when you're in battle. You need to lock your gun and load it after the magazine or the ammo goes in. When you're not out of the battle, it will just do it automatically, which is counterintuitive. It just makes it harder while you're stressed out. But if you are not, if you are in a no battle position, it will just automatically load it. Now with a gun, to reload your gun, this could be difficult for some people. I found with our customers in our VR experience center, those grip controllers, those grip buttons on the Vive controllers are the hardest things ever. Like those are hard to explain. They're not really they just have different texture, and sometimes they're hard to reach. So to reload with a Vive controller, you need to press the grip button, and the ammo clip comes out, and you can grab it, and you can stick it in, and when we're in a battle position, which will be in shortly when we'll be fighting, we'll have the opportunity to test how you can lock the gun in. Because now it just doesn't do it. Okay, we have those done. We don't really need any more of that. Now let's see with our SMG what we have still available with our bullets, which is laser sight and reflex sight. The extended magazine is done, but the extended magazine works very much the same as a normal magazine. You just feed it in. On top of it, you need to make a closing motion, but we don't have a resin to do that anymore. So what we're going to do, we're just gonna get the laser sight for our SMG, because it's really brilliant upgrade. The only trouble with laser sight for SMG doesn't really have such an accurate so you have a laser pointing at the enemy, but the gun will shoot. The spread is quite large, so there it is. There it is. And it's very nice. Okay, so now we have everything loaded out. Let's see how the game works with everything else. So this is a mission that starts with a little bit of exploration and puzzling around. We need to go down here and activate that leaf that will get us up. And we can move around by just look. There is a guy. You can straight away shoot him, and he's dead. So we are unable to go in here because those boxes are blocking, and that motion looks the same. You can just there you go. So what we want to do, we want to get inside that room, and to get inside that room you need to go and sneak around like this. And now we have a grabbing thing. Grabbing works with a trigger, just standard.
Russ,
we are inside.
How's Dad doing? Does he seem okay?
Oh, he's fine, Alex. He's working away over there.
Good. Well, thanks.
Oh, he is missing a leg, though.
Yeah. You know, he was missing a leg before.
Right. Well, it's still gone.
Thanks, Russ.
Russell is a bit strange. Strange but funny. Is there anything interesting in there? Doesn't seem to be. Normally in the large boxes you don't get anything, but the grabbing works really well, so there is a lock. And the lock needs to be shut down. We don't get the benefit of a crowbar, at least not until the end of the game. So you need to reload it, grab the trigger, and then close it with a menu button on the top. Are you dead? You are dead. Okay, very good. Now how the syringe works. So prepare the health injector by pressing menu button. It will get you out the little syringe. Boom, straight into your head. Leg, not head. Don't put it in your head. Don't do that. Okay. We are blocked because having an easy path out will be too much. And there we go. There is a ladder and there is a barnacle. We're gonna shoot it. Get out of the magazine. Kill the barnacle. Drops the resin. You're grabbing it straight behind your into your backpack. So that works the same. Now ladders work again. Well, like a little knob on the other controllers, on the valve controllers, knuckles. You just grab it like this and go upstairs. Now here we have our friends. We can feed them bricks. Hit the brick. Hit it. There is nothing really there, so we can just leave them be to the bricks. It's not the direction we want to travel. This is the direction we want to travel. Now this is what I often get stuck in. It's like the doors open this way and I have to move away. So this is our friend Vortigon.
Are you seeing that?
This is brilliant
The
view,
Vortigons
guys.
are taking down the substation.
Yes!
This might work.
Deploy technician teams to blocks 496477. Maintain priority.
Yeah, maintain the priority, guys. Maintain it. Okay, so yeah, the views are lovely. I'm really impressed by the way they made it. Okay, we can go back if we want to. This way. Just need to move the barrel. So again, you know, the weight is slightly different depending on the object. So those would require two-hand operation. We can go back to where we've been, but that would not get us far. So we need to go this way. Open the door. Probably better to have ammo. So in this game, as I mentioned earlier, if you have a half a magazine and you drop it, that half a magazine still remains a half a magazine. So you just lost it, basically. It's there, wasted. You cannot even pick it up. So if you really want to be wise about it, you need to remember how many bullets you have. Stick that into a gun. Use it all up. And only after you use it all up, then you feed it a new one. So again, moving things around. Those are not so heavy, and Alex is a strong girl. She can handle those. And we are now here. And we walked all the way around and didn't do the one thing we were supposed to do, which is in this control room here, we were supposed to grab that and lift up and we need to lift it up halfway because we want to jump on it and then from it back down. So now we can just walk around again. Alternatively, we can just take a shortcut here because we just opened this up. So this is how the guys involved, they made the level a bit bigger, you know, by making us walk around all that. And now we can jump here, boom, use this to go down. Got our grenade launcher ready, just in case. How is our friend doing? He's still dead. And then we have a combine, which is so amazing. I really enjoy the sequences with fighting combine. So well. So we can get the grenade enabled. Didn't really budge, so trouble here, there's a big barrel. And one thing I noticed straight away, by comparison with Index, the sound on the Vive Pro is not a great quality comparing to Index. I mean, Index has amazing, those speakers that are there instead of headphones are awesome. Okay, so we can open up.
Pesos left.
Still, so yeah, it's good to have a magazine reservoir on those, but I don't. So let's see. He's dead. He's dead. Dead. This barrel's not gonna hold it long. As you can see. I'm really getting in my neck here.
3 more. Oh. Whew.
Yep. That wasn't easy. So we have 2 combine guys to fight. Now this is how removing works. Relatively simple. Do we have any health? No. Soon we might be dead. Just like this. Very simple. Up the ladder, that works like it did, and now we're going through those.
Okay, there's no direct path from where you are to the vault, so you're going to have to snake your way there.
There is a barnacle.
Shouldn't be hard to know which way I'm going.
Hey, you see?
I don't understand what they're doing with it here. If this weapon is so powerful, why keep it locked up in a dump like this?
My guess is they're trying to find a way to ship it off Earth.
Oh,
back to their
we can
home
come
or some
close
other
and
planet.
personal with those guys.
Why not use
Now,
it
shotgun
here?
is not really something
They
that I
already
use
won
a
this
lot.
before, Alex.
There has been some carnage in here. Okay, and this gets us to another mini game that I wanted to show you, which is opening the goodie boxes. And this is the one where you need to run quickly away from the red thing. So you grab it, you do it like this. If you are not actually connected to the key here, you cannot lose. I mean, you are invulnerable. So we just need to choose the time where we do it. It's done. And that's how it works, just with a trigger. And we have a grenade we can put in here, and we have a health, so we're just going to use it. And the resin. And some ammo. Nope, that's not ammo. A lot of dead people here. We've been here. That's our old magazine, so it's turning around in circles. We have some of our zombie friends. It's good. It's a nice mix. Things to do. They're sometimes still alive, so you need to. Like this one. This guy still had something in him.
Three left.
Dead. That wasn't smart.
Last one.
That is dead. Now there is a way to blow those guys up that is quite nice. You just feed them the barrel and he blows himself to pieces. Then we go up here, this way. Someone dead. Ammo is essential in this game. It's always in good demand. There is never enough ammo. This little guy has me scared. Didn't really get us anywhere. Doors.
Last one.
Okay. There's more zombies. Another zombie.
Last magazine.
I'm sort of getting used to those controllers. I don't feel really that I'm losing all that much from index. You know, like they have the finger tracking, but the finger, you know, like it's not like you utilize it all that much. So it's more or less staying as it used to be. And there would be a nice sequence fighting combine here. This is why I like this level. It's we don't want to arm it. We want to attach it because it's gonna come in handy in a second. Okay, so we have combine coming in. Straight into my Good shot. There's a big gunner, so we're going to have to get rid of him. Ammo for the SMG, very handy. There's a big guy. Oopsie daisy. And yeah, it was a combat sequence. Nailed it. Alf is not really doing too well, so can definitely use that.
No more bags.
And then we're not gonna discard that. Not doing too well.
Last perfect.
This being a shotgun, we need to come close to those guys.
Alex!
Killed me. Died. This is not how to play, guys. This was a failure. I mean, from controller point of view, this shows you what the difference is, and I honestly don't think you're losing all that much comparing to indexes. You know, like they do feel good, and they nicely hold you around. But if you need to, spend a lot of money, I don't think you're gonna gain all that much. In some games, index is actually harder to manage. So how do we grenades? Press it, menu button, army. Jesus Christ, those guys are good. Really cool. I'm not prepared well enough. Died again. Okay, I'm not gonna embarrass myself anymore. I hope that covers what those controllers can do for you. And then we're gonna move on to Windows Mixed Reality controllers. Hi guys, so this time it's a Windows Mixed Reality controllers and Windows Mixed Reality headset. There's a couple of problems that we face. Windows Mixed Reality headset doesn't have a built-in headphones, so we have additional set of speakers that adds to a cabling. And also Windows Mixed Reality headset does not allow us to use the cameras built in as a see-through camera, so I have additional phone which is filming all the hand movements. We will be playing arms race like we did with Vive Pro. There will be a couple of things that we'll go through, which is the fabricator, how to adjust things within the fabricator, how to reload your guns, how to use your Russells, anti-gravity gloves, and so on. So I'm going to go straight into the game, and then we would be able to look at all those things and how they differ from Vive Pro and other sections. So this is the fabricator. So this is a different, obviously, price point to Vive Pro and different price point to Valve Index. Probably third or half a price, depends where you get it from. If you are now, if I play games like Elite Dangerous, I can see the difference between headsets because there's lots of writing, and resolution counts. But in all honesty, in here in a Vive, it's good. It looks lovely. The game still looks brilliant. Now we can teleport using those trackpads. So the trackpad here, the little knob would teleport me like it did in with Valve Index Knuckles. To reload, you press up here to remove the magazine from the clip. And to use your Russells, you would, as normal, point your hand, press the trigger and grab it, and then you stick it in. So that remains the same. There is not much difference in that way. And now we're going to look at what's happening here with the fabricator. We can put the weapon in a cradle. And this is one thing I found frustrating with those controllers, is when we use the burst fire mode, the little trigger, the little button that needs to be used doesn't really work that well if it's just double click that you're after. So let's get this gun, and now we need to press this twice, and you really need to press it very quickly in sequence, otherwise it will not engage, which can be a bit difficult at some situations. Now here we're going to use grenade launcher, because again it's something that relies on your controllers. Okay, and that unfortunately doesn't leave us with a lot of options. With 25 resin left, the only good thing we can really use is get a laser sight for our SMG gun. So how does this work? Well, you press the trigger, you remove it, you grab it, you press the trigger, you push it. So that works well. There's no issues in here. Now the last will be SMG Laser Sight. Oh, I wish I could go for this extended magazine, but I cannot. And there you go. Laser Sight is still brilliant. It's really helpful with this gun especially. If you were to show it to your friends, I think the burst thing, I wouldn't just bother with it. I would go straight for the additional magazine for the gun, because it can be really scary if you lose out. Okay, now we have a little wobble, which does happen with those headsets. So we will go down there. Ignore the combined guy. Let him walk around. That's what we want to do. We want to go here, here, there, there. Open those. Go through here, and then what we want to do, we want to use this to open up, to lower the to get this lift up higher. so it's easier for us to jump on it. Okay, now we have to remove all the boxes out of the way. So again, using our rustles and our hands, that works fine. No major problems. Okay, there's a padlock we need to destroy. And then moving in here, there is some zombies to shoot. Ejecting magazine. Okay, now we are at full health, but let's grab this. They go in here, there's nothing else to worry about. There is here a friend we need to kill. And to use the ladders is standard with a little trackpad going up. Those doors are closed, so we can just ignore them. And then usual problem facing the doors. Okay, this is a nice scene. We can look at the nice vista here of City 17. Very nice. We're going up here. We need to move those barrels. Now let's take a look. Is there anything we can grab using our rustles? No. This is where we came from, but we still have to go for a little bit further. Doors work. Just moving those barrels out of the way. Stay used to block that. Okay, so now we're back here next to a lift. The lift has been lifted a little bit, which will allow us. Okay, Russells, come on. That's the resin. Which will allow us to jump on it, and then we can go down. And there will be some fighting action, so we should get ready for that. Now with this game you cannot as easily change the magazine. It will basically just lose you the ammo that's already in there if you change it halfway, so it's important that you don't, as you really have to. He's fighting the zombies. We can just get rid of him now. Oh, he killed us. I thought he didn't notice. That's my own fault. Let's see, it's reloading now. So let's ignore him for time being. Can I use headphones? It's much more dramatic now. You see, this is weird. What is this all about? I've lost this. At full health. Is he still there? Nope. Well, that grunt is gone. 19 bullets, that's not ideal. Yes. He clearly makes easy job out of killing me here. Let's try one more time. So the trick is to make sure we are nicely hidden from him behind something solid. And we wait for his this is when it's worth okay. We got him now. Man, and really we should ensure we are at full health. There is no ammo, and ammo is what we really need, not resin. If we will play the full game, obviously we'll grab every resin we could find. He seems to be dead as dodo. He dropped some resin. Come on. Okay. We're here. Some dead combine soldiers. Some extra ammo. We're not gonna ammo we would definitely use. What's in there? Oh, ammo again. Okay, there we go. Three more bullets. Oh no. This was a lot of wasted ammunition, really. On oh no. Rookie error. Okay. Far from ideal situation in the current circumstances. Funny enough, didn't even kill them. There's no more. Right, we're not gonna waste ammo because we don't have all that much ammo. I'm gonna feed this guy that. There's lots of things in this level that would just basically don't let you go back. It's easy to lose things in situation like that. Okay, we have plenty of ammo for our SMG, so let's use that up. Oh. That's a lot of bullets for one zombie. Lots of resin lying around. Not gonna help us much in this scenario. We have 25 bullets for this gun. Okay, so there is going to be some fighting here. Oh my god. And that's it. Killed relatively quickly. Let's try again. There's a grenade in there. Also some super soldiers. Come on. Come on, come on. Okay, there is a little shack which has all the some supplies that we need. Trouble is, getting to it is difficult. So let's get down. No health. Now we could really use a grenade. Okay, got this guy killed. There'll be more though. And we don't really have much health. We are in bad shape. So need to be very careful. Who's he left behind? Okay, managed to run away from them. Ah, see, one bullet, it's enough. Yeah, very challenging this on a, with this setup. So we're gonna leave it at that. I hope it have shown you what you can do with the Valve the Windows Mixed Reality controllers and how they operate. And we'll move on to Index and see how the game. So now I'm back with Valve Index and with Index controllers, otherwise known Knuckles, and we're going to do through arms race again, see how that level works out with those, if this is any better or how much worse it was comparing to the other controllers. This is obviously the default headset recommended by Valve to be played in Alyx, so we expect the best experience. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to go into the game. We're going into arms race and the beginning, which we are by the Combine Fabricator. And so we have both of our controllers, left and right, working here. You can see we have the little knobs. One is broken. You can also see in here these have actually broken off. One of our customers did that, and we have glued it together, but it works. It holds in. And we are in a game. So in game we can see our hands and we can see our fingers. You know, this is brilliant. You don't use your index finger if you hold the gun, because it will. And you can also close your thumbs like this. So teleportation in this game works by using a little knob here, pointing at the location and turning it around. So it's the same as in Windows Mixed Reality controllers, and it's very similar with the Vive controllers, but instead of using the little knob, you're using the trackpad in a Vive controller. Now coming in here, gonna put the gun in, choose burst mode, because that's what we did before, grab resin, goes in nicely. Yeah, you can do that with indexes. You cannot do it with others, but this is very aesthetical thing. It doesn't really
That
give you
really
much
worked, didn't it?
in terms of gameplay. Now, to change it to burst, we press this twice, and this works really much better than on the truck, the little button on the Windows Mixed Reality. Changing to this gun, we're gonna give it a laser sight. Grab a shotgun, I mean SMG. Yeah, I'm trying to.
You can put that to good use.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. And then up here, grenade launcher. Now, how does that happen? Did we lost resin? Oh no. Perfection. And I can now see the difference between this and Windows Mixed Reality. The screen door effect is gone. Windows Mixed Reality headset that I have has quite a screen door effect. There's no more here. So grenade, grabbing it, attaching, works really well. Okay, so now we're gonna move around. Jump down there. Let this guy walk around. We're not gonna bother him. He's not gonna bother us. He didn't notice where we are. I love that you know, the physics.
How's Dad doing? Does he seem okay?
Oh, he's fine, Alex. He's working away over there.
Good. Well, thanks.
Oh, he is missing a leg, though.
Yeah. You know, he was missing a leg before.
Right.
Perfection.
Well, it's still gone.
Thanks, Gus.
Yeah, I heard that already 3 times. The whole leg thing. Come on, Russell. There's resin, but we're not going to use that resin because we don't really need it. There is. And that's how we load up. Really easy. Not those things, I want this. Very good. Here we have another friend. Friendly barnacle. I'll leave those 2 there. They can just do whatever they like. There's nothing here.
Oh, Alex!
Are you seeing that?
The Vortigons are taking down the substation.
Yes!
This might work.
Deploy technician teams to blocks 496477. Maintain priority.
That'll kill us.
Never survive a jump from this height.
No, absolutely not. Why? Were you considering it?
Just so we can walk easily around. Command boxes. Should we destroy those? Nothing in them. Those are mostly empty, so Okay, so now we're gonna fight Combine. Let's see how far I got. There'll be some Combine and some zombies, so a little bit more action. And those guys seem to be dead now. Where are you? He got me. Okay, the burst mode. Yes. On this level, it's a bit harder to kill them. Is it just you guys, or is it just me guys, or do you guys also feel like there's more ammo when I play with Index? It's like I will need to look at that again to double check. I just maybe noticed it more, or I don't know.
Okay, there's no direct path from where you are to the vault, so you're going to have to snake your way there.
Well, it's pretty slow. Shouldn't be hard to know which way I'm going. I don't understand what they're doing with it here. If this weapon is so powerful, why keep it locked up in a dump like this?
My guess is they're trying to find a way to ship it off Earth, back to their home or some other planet.
Why not use it here?
They already won this before, Alex.
There is some more ammo.
Last 4 shells.
I let him jump. Then we're gonna kill him when he's nice and close. This guy just left. Nope, nothing in there. Nothing. Reloading of SMG is much quicker than anything else. You just grab the clip and you bring it to SMG. So in a big fight, it's often worth to keep the clip just next to you. Like this wasn't there when I used to play with other headsets.
Four shells left. Out of shells.
Okay, so this would be a nice action in here. And we're gonna start with killing them by SMG because those are just normal dudes.
Got company.
Three cells left.
Is the big dude dead? Seem to be. This was a bit unfair. Nope, nothing more.
He left.
Did they kill him? Okay. It's quite a few bodies. That's pretty intense. It's resin, but no health. Oh. See health in there? No.
Out of cells.
Okay.
Out of shells.
And I got killed. I think I lasted considerably longer than I did with the other guys. Okay, let's try again. With the other headsets.
You've got company.
That was the last bullet. That was pretty good. Now the trick would be to get that angle right. And got him.
3 left.
Okay, we know that those guys are gonna come out again. Normally die because of those. Okay, this guy is on the move. Oh. Clearly a better performance than with the other two headsets. It's the furthest I went. Okay, there's a zombie with a death wish. We're gonna let him kill himself. Very nice. Those are dead. Stay dead. Stay dead. Oh no. Do you have grenades? No, I don't. Have anything that I can move there? Well, this seems to be one of those situations.
Steady.
Okay, one is done. Okay, we can in this type of circumstances I wouldn't waste time. Nope. Oh no, this is the place. I think the comparison can be done here. This would take me like 15 minutes just so we're gonna kill ourselves in style. How about blowing this big barrel? Yeah. So just a couple of final words in comparison between those headsets. So with index controllers, those were obviously made for that type of game. You have your finger tracked. You can use the trackpads, but other than the finger tracking, you don't really gain all that much. You know, if you already have a Vive Pro, just play Alyx on that. If you already have Windows Mixed Reality headset, I wouldn't spend all that money to get index unless you want it just because you want it. There is no need for that sole purpose. You can still win the game. You can still go through the game. Obviously, you need to be better at it than I am, but especially on that level, I put the normal. If we go for easy or story, that's easy. Then you can go through the game without much of a hassle, being on my skill level. And yeah, I wouldn't worry that all that much. There is a small difference, and obviously the tracking on the Windows Mixed Reality headset is not as good as tracking on Vive with the lighthouses. But you know, if you already have it, just go through and play Alyx like this, and you're gonna have a good time. Thank you for watching.